Good morning, fellow Amazonians. Today is Sunday, number 5 day for the month of September 2021. Good and bear grace for Bali Nyonga. Wanna welcome for this episode for my daily podcast. Fellow Amazonians, today we go still title this episode The Wicked Black Man. It be centered around the killing of one faithful Christian for Presbyterian Church in Tamfwen for Bali Nyonga by the Cameroon occupation military, and the betrayal of the blood of grace by own pastor and the moderator for a church. The incident unfolded that fateful morning on Sunday, number 22 for August, as a convoy of over 10 vehicles of the occupation forces, the Enleave Bamenda, they try to penetrate for inside Bali Nyonga. According to the forces on the ground, as they reach around Naka, when at the entrance for inside Bali, they were confronted and attacked by a unit of the Amazonian Defense Forces for Bali with a roadside bomb. The soldier then say from their behavior, then likely suffered injury or probably death. From that place, then start slow down. They shoot sporadically as they go, they penetrate for inside Bali. One of their vehicle where we be hit, we be towed, and from that time, where they carry the attack for morning time, it take that military convoy about 2 hours for reach for inside Bali center as they come out the enter for inside town point. The military, it be the shoot gun right from the entrance where they enter for Bali till they can reach for this church area. This church area na place where you get caught. So na place where even the Cameroon military, it know, say it be quiet and it never ever get Amazonian activity. They never ever attack them around this area. Now about 9 o'clock, where church service, it do enter for inside full gear, where the Cameroon military, they reach for day. The church, it be visible. No be a building. No be a building where any man, if he miss some, or mommy them, or papa them, picking them, the most vulnerable people them for Amazonia. Now then they for inside church, they sing, they worship God. Like the public of Cameroon, there is no way they no good know. Say that church, he get picking them for inside, he get woman them for inside, he get pastor them, he get old people them. Then decide for open fire inside that church, on top of that church. The Christian them, the year, the bullet them, how did they come? The bullet them boss war for church. One cash, grace, a mother, we hold hand back and a Bible for a hand. The grace fall for ground, he died. The traumatic video then, recorded by Christian inside that church, it be circulated. It show how all Christians then be traumatized. The woman they require then still wear their uniform. Grace their body, they sleep the ground in front of church. Helplessly, he'd already give up his soul. Elder them for church, they carry their hand for up, picking them. They don't run helter skelter. They don't know who's to go. the man picking them for the church, the elder them succeed for carry the pastor, Reverend Mato Simon, put them for church stretcher, carry and go down for church, for hospital, for treatment. As the video they roll, you will see how Christian they cry for corner, still holding their Bible. They die body for grace.
Why grace? Why? This one is dead. Doctor, this one is dead. But it is well. It is well, but
Then put grace the body for mortuary.
it is well. It is well, but it is well. It is well. It is the will of God that it catches your hand. It is well.
So the other video shown at the pastor for the church.
Ministry that will kill me for church. Johnny throw a bullet for church. Johnny throw a bullet. It will enter that window, so I want to see bad time for them.
Now one of the Christian that he talk on top, Reverend Pastor Moto Simon, when I be the pastor for that church, we bullet catch you for your hand. They cried, they talk her military, he be the shoot bullet all around. As soon as they hear the body for grace, he be die immediately. But the sad thing, na say, all this trauma, all the pain where it happened, where the people then suffer because of this incident for this church, it changed the whole story as they come up for outside. Newspaper them, they talk how they struggle for treat grace, they try for resuscitate, then carry you go for hospital, you go die for hospital, so one they talk say die for road. All contrary to which way happen and which way the video evidence where the Christian themselves then take them. It shows say grace die on the spot. No man no try for resuscitate because it be dead. It be carried straight into the mortuary. No nurse or no doctor no be try for help, contrary to the news where they write for newspaper and one way they talk for La Republique, their TV, including one the way they talk for radio station them. The pastor bullet catchy for your hand, where they for altar they preach. He jump, he die for ground. As soon as they hear the Christian where they for corner he talk, make a play him again, make all Ambazonian them. Then hear fine. Mr. Man in office would they do na propaganda, or our boys they lie, or our people them they don't lost sense. When I hear again, this Christian where he talk for the video where record them on top the body for the pastor, Reverend Simon. When I listen, when I hear the guy they talk about the intention for the Cameroon military and which way all them for that church and film. Say military one key way for church. It means that military be the shoot that gun inside that church. It will be if for kill anybody. They be get intention for kill anybody for that church. When I listen again.
It is well. It is well, but it is well. It is well. It is the will of God that it catches your hand. It is well. It is well. Oh. Ministry that will kill me for church. Johnny throw a bullet for church. Johnny throw a bullet. It will enter that window, so I want to see bad time for them.
So when I don't hear, the whole world is don't hear. There is no need to even go and interview people to prove again to our people. The military they shoot sporadically. They not hear. They not talk about any bomb. It did the same like how they be keep picking the way they read for right GCE for Old Town. Newspaper radio, then turn and say they be see picking the banger, that they use all type of thing for give some type of excuse. Say like Republic before mistake that picking them for something for before then kill them. For this case, then they talk say they be here bomb be around the corner, amber bomb. The place where they be attack this military convoy for Naka, now the entrance for Bali from Bamenda. For drive for that place reach to that church, it take like 20 minutes. That attack it be happen like 2 hours. There was no bomb in that area. There was no activity, no return fire towards the direction of that military convoy coming from that church. It was a visible building that anybody could see, and there was music going on in the church during that morning period. So there was no way you would say the military of Cameroon did not intentionally shoot at that church. Then shoot that church intentionally, knowing very well say that bullet, if he catch Pekin, if he catch Omami, if he catch any innocent person for that church, this one no get no excuse. It show we say the Cameroon military, it deliberately, as a matter of policy, target innocent civilians. Whether na in reprisal, whether na their attitude before the Amber Boy, the one pig fighter, before they one launch war against self-defense, from the killing of Julius Akum, the partial beheading of Sam Sawyer, the burning in the house of Mamia Pierre, the killing of the Ngarbu, picking them. La République du Cameroon, they target our innocent civilians. This one no be an attitude of a military, when a military of your own country. We'll never see them do this type of activity for their own country, for their own citizen them. This one, if you only do them for a foreigner, now the kind attitude this way you go see a government if you do them for a foreign people. No be our own army this. Now a foreign army, now whether they fit kill our people them this way, they fit target our church them this way. We don't see them say na a systematic thing, na a policy for the Cameroon military. Because for Bui, 1 week before the attack, they also come out for attack with Amber Boy them. Then can keep picking the way they go farm for field, kill 7 innocent civilian them. Now say they ever kill. No man in no be safe. Now an existential threat. Where people they die every day. But guess what? As we talk, the wicked black man syndrome. The international community, they don't even know which way happen. Even if they know, they don't give them excuse where they go cover their eye. So man go they ask them, say, why were people that they die? So 30,000. The international community, they see talking at 3,000 people that they die. They need to still intervene for stop La République. Even all the promise where the international community don't give for preventive diplomacy where they don't enact them. All the promises with the Secretary General for the United Nations and all these baby people them. We then get a responsibility for our common humanity for intervene or at least speak out against these ills. Would they die, would they suffer now? Because now our own people them, they give La République the means and the French government for stop the international community. According to the international press, the Chinese newspaper will be famous for publish every news items and way the Cameroon government need to push them outside. Now for the way you didn't know the things that when the Cameroon military they put them for outside, me the president talk. He talk say na Shanghai newspaper. He say church people then die, we unknown gunmen them open fire for church. That means say then talk say na unknown the people they then kill that grace we then shoot for that church na unknown gunmen. Na talk way some man go read them go feel say na the Amber Boys them do them. Sharp morning time, sharp evening time. That same day, number 22 day for August, Reverend Funky somewhere when at the moderator for Presbyterian Church, as the international community they scramble for no way to way it happen. He said in overweight, make bandage he drive for that pastor a hand or meet the body for grace he even settle for inside mortuary. For evening time for that very Sunday, he sent out a letter where he titled na communique on the incident of Presbyterian Church in Tafwen, Bali. If the first line for the letter, it talks, the SNOP committee executive is deeply embarrassed and troubled at the barbaric torture that God's children have been subjected to in the northwest and southwest region of Cameroon from the 5th year running. What is even more frustrating is the hardened heart, and despite repeated appeals for a ceasefire, both government of Cameroon and the Ambazonians separatist militia who have taken up arms on our people. That means say the pastor, Reverend Funky Samuel, he no even start for talk about a Christian grace where he don't die. He jump, he talk about the torture where God the pikin them don't suffer. And he come up for day, he talk now about the ceasefire between Cameroon government, and then he go for Ambazonia. He put them in quote. He say Ambazonian separatist militias who have taken up arms on our people. That means say he blame Cameroon governments for no ceasefire and the Ambazonian fighters, but he qualify say the Ambazonian fighter them they don't carry gun for fight out on our own people. The Ambazonian fighter them they no be get nothing for do with this particular incident. Now Cameroon military he come for day, he open fire for church. The Ambazonian fighter they no get nothing to do for that environment. The Christian they no hear no gun where somebody return fire for them. There was no explosive. He come out for day. He talks say innocent civilians them they be targeted by both sides. Now for the third paragraph, he come now for day he explain and say church services was in session in Presbyterian Church in Tafwen in Bali. Then he go now for explain them how the pastor he be inside service. Before, according to he, then hear a big explosion close to the church house, followed by random gunshot. That means say the pastor he lie, say there was a bomb. He even talk say close to the church. That means say he only lie even past the one for newspaper the way they be the one talk say they be hear explosive far away. The pastor, Reverend Funky, he specify. He put this one now in quote. For that same day, 22, he talk say there was a bomb close to the church. Before La Republique did open fire, he killed Grace Tita Labit, and then he catch pastor for a hand. Report from Reverend Funky Samuel. There is no doubt that it was not meant for the newspapers, it was not meant for the people, it was meant to help La Republique. Because he no even wait for get any direct field report with the right hand for ground. He here in a hurry because La Republique in the rush for provide security intelligence report for the international community as the government they always do, and for let the international community meet and know what way it happen through their diplomatic corps, and for also inform the press. They need some word, they need some person make stand for authority talk, give them word for talk. Now he write this letter, he send an for La Republique first. Because this letter he come for newspaper them now for Monday for afternoon. So this Reverend Funky Samuel he be the hearing for help for cover up the crimes of the Cameroon military, for protect La Republique from international pressure and condemnation. Oh, the wicked black man. The church he own report he come na later. When na the church he report for come up first. Inside that church he own report, the pastor two way the right shoot him. Reverend Moto Simon, he talked to say unknown gunmen them, they open fire. He still talk the same lie. Even the pastor where they shoot him for his hand, he too they talk lie. We no say a lie. Why? Because the Christian then where they carry go for church, they talk where he too he talk Una hear again a voice for that video. No be say, no be the talk. Una listen. Una hear now. Hear the pastor.
Doctor, this one is dead. It is well, but it is well. They shot me. It is well.
They shoot me.
It is well, but it is well.
My God.
It is well. It is the will of God that it catches bless your hand. It is well. It is well. Oh, military one kill me for church.
So military one kiwi for church. All man knows in a Cameroon military, he open fire for them. Now the same thing time way the Commonwealth Secretary General, this woman who come from Britain, he come meet up church leader them as pressure be the mount for the international community meet and do something. He come meet up church leader them. This Reverend Funky be there, Funky somewhere. He be there, the imam, they invite imam, they invite Kawala, they invite all Abobala. Only them sister when they enter for meeting. Now them pick phone call we for Terry say SDF and the other politicians then come for they can't talk the honor say the real problem na say they want federation they can't try for make a federation. Abobala he also can begin talk about federation for they all man for they begin talk their own politics. No man be stand for they talk say the people they define and say they want separation and they define and say they want to restore the sovereignty and they want independence for Southern Cameroon. Now the reason that way the people they die, now why that way probably they kill them, and now the reason that for the strike. For even give the people a chance for the subject for be debated. The elite, the pastors, the politicians, they want the way then they ahead of we now them for stand, for talk, for define the conflict, they betray the people them for in favor of their own personal benefit. You no go doubt for no man in mind, say Reverend Funky, he go to receive kickbacks from Cameroon government. He go to receive protection from the Cameroon government. The victim, man way they be done catch it to go down for court. Now we protest the releasee, then cancel case. Even pastor where then shoot he come out in the life or cover up for the enemy. Then how can we be blaming the international community of silence when our own people are silencing against the injustice way what people that they suffer? If the pastor for that church he come out the lie, say he no man way shoot he no man way kill his own congregant, then how would he even expect say the international community go ever know the truth or he go stand for the truth? The problem now say our own people are lying about what is happening. They are the one giving the excuse. If this does not change, our people will suffer forever. The internal enemy, the internal threat for our people them for continue to suffer this impunity of injustice, it is start now for the collaborators and the enablers. These people, the way they go lie, will not supposed to allow their impunity. If we allow them, all the people will die in vain. Like the public will continue for the kill all man, because for ground zero now, nobody is safe. They can enter your house and kill you and nothing will happen. Because even your own children, we have cases where they have killed people and we call the family to testify because the international community say we cannot just rely on your word. We want witness. That's why we are asking people to record video. When you see Cameroon military pass somewhere, you have a mobile phone, just record the video. Let us have evidence of the vehicle number, their evidence of their signal and their uniforms, so that we will present those evidence and justice will be done. Otherwise, all our people will die for nothing. So this is what is happening. Even the people that we have contacted in the family members of those people in this church, all of them are saying that, okay, you give me how much would I make me Capo Daniel I work na John Massey job for Ambazonia. We fight for make sure when I get a voice. When I go to ask we pay money for even for talk on a voice. Brigadier Dianik, he make a very important remark about this phenomenon where it happened for ground zero. I go just put them as a day, no conny.
Then to the day for a level where they fear. They say get that fear mind, no matter what. They say get that fear mind. So if they talk in America, do They fit stop them for their churches them. And if they repeat itself. So civil are the tongue now wait we go benefit you. Civil are go tongue now wait we the benefit you. What to be the impact for the fight we the fight? What to be your own effort? What to be your own effort for make an army the civilian they know say this thing where they don't do and so it be wrong. All these things they will need for the fight against. Now see part of fight this. Now see part of fight this. And that is why Capo you dey for that position in a best place where you go make an act critically and openly. Make everybody be aware. Say this thing where they come out so not be thing where it's supposed for day. Not be thing where it's supposed for day. Then the civilian then too they need to know so pick gun now for fight and protect them. We just need to put power. Nothing in this world more this year for revolution. Yeah, it must go on, but we need to stand fine for the fight against all these things.
So the Brigadier Yannick, he talk how a civilian and too sometimes they can't lie, but now we need to educate them. Me they know the implication for which way they lie, they talk when the military can't keep people them. Then they go interview them, they go talk to them, don't know because they fear. If higher own thy body go there for ground, you the fear. So one they even accept na money before they want talk. Now the kind thing in this way they make and would still suffer till today. And a conversation this will need forget them so that it go stop. They don't kill person for church. Pastor he come out he lie. For help moderator. Moderator he come out he lie. For help Cameroon military. If a pastor and a moderator they not be capable for be bold enough for say they go talk the truth, even if it go cost them their life, then they not be fit for be pastor. Then would the what expectation for them they don't feel. If they not fit meet up with money on expectation, how they fit meet up with God's expectation? Now the reason the this would die. But there is hope. There is hope. When you look at Grace, Mami Mata, the small picking for 5 months old, where Cameroon military enter for a house, shoot him for a head with bullet 4 times. No be Mami Mata, it be stand for talk for media the truth with your master, go for bearing ground and talk the truth with the way it happen. They even abandon their house, run away, go become refugee them. Because they no fit betray their blood, their own pikin. So we get hope because the wife of Sam Sawyer, if he stand up, he talk the truth. Say Cameroon military be key, massa no be done pick up gun, he be there the say in a banger. Then can't cut the head halfway. Deny me they no open the cups. Then he talk the truth. Be ready for suffer the consequences. If we no fit speak the truth for our people them from the ground, if we no fit gather the evidence for La Republic their crimes, then would that betray those who didn't die against us? Would that make our value it become less than animals? Because La Republic will continue for the kill we with impunity, knowing say there are collaborators and enablers, maybe out of fear, maybe not out of the fear, whatever the reasons, it could give La Republic more reason for kill our people. It could expose we more. We must rise above our fear. And we must stop those way them being authority for lie. If you benefit from the public, from offerings for church, or you become prominent because you don't stand to being a politician or elite for speak on behalf of the people, with the population need for hold you responsible for your responsibility, especially when you fail them. And when you speak lies, like Frundi, Abobala go on of Canada Parliament. Go begin talk say this thing about federation. So when they even talk say this thing have been hijacked because they need to give any regard for the public, the general people them, their aspiration. Where even Cardinal Tumi, a cardinal, he makes survey, he shows say 99% of Ambazonia they want independence. He go stand talk say, he want federation for please who the enemy because he want get communication with Pobia. He go put the people them their will and their aspiration, where you supposed to stand. Say, I stand with the people, I stand with the oppressed. He go even the one die. They die as a liar. Lie say Amba boy them na 99% then na Biafra people. That is the wicked black man syndrome that we are suffering. And that is something we must defeat. As Brigadier Yannick says, it is part of the struggle for us to overcome it. We will overcome it by making sure that that Presbyterian pastor who say that he doesn't know who shoot at him, he will not hold any church service in Ambazonia in the name of God. Reverend Funky, the same, until they will stand and speak the truth. We cannot allow it like that. We cannot allow enablers of genocide, enablers of the killing of our own people to do so with impunity. It will only motivate the rest to do it. And we want all the elites who are quiet. Where's Nicholas Haley, who was there talking and knocking chest that he's speaking the truth? Why did he not come out and speak the truth? All those who are claiming they wanted to become parliamentarian because they want to bring development in the village. You want to bring development over the dead body of who? If you cannot protect the people who are dying, you are coming there, you want to bring development to who? Who is fooling who? We cannot be deceived again. This generation will not allow you people to lie us that you want peace to return, for life to come back to normal because you want students to go to school. No, we know you are doing so because you have received your own money in Pobia. You want to protect your own position. You don't care about the livelihood of the people. You don't care about the aspiration of the people. You don't care if any other generation will suffer the same thing. This never again generation have said that enough is enough. Lie to lie. We go whole grass. We shall fight until the last man standing to make sure that we kick out this beast called La République du Cameroon. We stop this terrorism regime where they go around burning our villages, killing our people with impunity. We must fight and establish our right to be a free people, free from Cameroon occupation, Cameroon terrorism, and Cameroon corruption, which have become a virus and an existential threat. We must treat each of their soldiers as potential killers of our people. We must resist them. We must fight them until freedom and independence is attained, until absolute separation is attained between both Cameroons. God bless you now. Capo Daniel, signing out.